let us discuss about the concept of cloud artificial intelligence. Cloud computing. You must have heard of this term, cloud. Nowadays, we say that if we are trying to access something or we are trying to store something, we say the term that it is placed on the cloud. So, what is this cloud? This cloud refers to storing something on the remote servers, storing something not onto our local server, so that if they are the things they are being placed on the cloud, they can be accessed from anywhere into the world. So cloud computing, it refers to the on demand computing resources and systems which provide many services to users without being bound by the local resources. If we are talking about cloud computing, that means we have placed our resources, we have placed our data onto the cloud so that it can be accessed from anywhere, and we are not bound by our local resources, that we have kept our data onto the local server, now we cannot access it. So cloud computing basically is on demand computing resources which may provide services to users without being bound by the local resources. Now, talking about cloud AI. Cloud computing, it is using this artificial intelligence to manage the automation of the routine activities, whatever activities that take place into the routine jobs. So this cloud computing, it is using this artificial intelligence to manage the automation of the routine activities, that they are being performed automatically by the machines. Artificial intelligence tools, they are used to monitor and manage the private and the public cloud services, making the routine tasks a more sophisticated independent procedures. That means here, if we are talking about cloud computing using AI, so we are trying to automate our jobs, we are trying to automate our activities. These artificial intelligent machines, they are helping us with this cloud computing to access the data from anywhere and to help into the automation of our routine activities. These artificial intelligence tools, they are being used to monitor these cloud services, whether these cloud services, they are the private cloud services or the public cloud services. They are making our routine tasks more independent procedures, more independent processes. So that is why we use this term cloud AI, cloud artificial intelligence, because we are in a way using both of these technologies together to make our task easier, to develop more and more intelligent machine which can access the data from anywhere. Now comes the question, what is this fourth industrial revolution? The fourth industrial revolution, it is a fusion of advances in various fields. This fourth industrial revolution, if we talk about the most important fields that have progressed into this fourth industrial revolution. So the very first thing, the very first field that will come into our mind is going to be our artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, the simulation of the human intelligent processes by the machines, especially the computer systems. That means possessing the same intelligence like the human, developing those sort of machine which can behave, which can think like the human. So this artificial intelligence, this is the very first field which comes into our mind whenever anybody talks about the fourth industrial revolution. The development of such machine which can behave like human, which can be intelligent like human. Second field that has progressed during this fourth industrial revolution is robotics. Robotics, it is a branch of engineering that involves the conception, the design, the manufacturing and the operation of robots. Today we have developed various humanoid robots also, and these humanoid robots, they work as a humans, they do all the tasks like we human as a human we can do. So robotics, it is a very upcoming field. Very soon we will be seeing the robots at various places. Few example of it you might have seen when you are traveling somewhere onto the airport. You might have seen a robot will keep on which keeps on moving here and there, answering to the queries of people. So this will, in a very similar way, in hospital these robots are being functioned. They have the task of delivering the medicines to the patients. These robots, they perform this important function because when this era of pandemic, this COVID pandemic came, when there was a danger for the people. Now, let us discuss about the barriers to artificial intelligence. In every field that we work on, there are definitely going to be certain barriers that we have to work on to improve more and more into the field of in that particular field. So the very similar thing in the field of artificial intelligence also, we have number of barriers that we have to work on. Here I've highlighted the few barriers will that acts as a barrier into this field of artificial intelligence. The very first barrier that we have is missing and disparate data. See, these artificial intelligence machine, they are all relying on to the data to perform their functions. We have to feed them with the data, with the correct data to get the correct result. If suppose some form of wrong data, some form of missing data is being fed into the machine, what will happen? Accordingly, the output that will be given to us will be wrong. So the very first barrier that we have in this field is missing and disparate data. Whenever we are inputting our data into the system, we have to do a lot of processing on the data. The task is called data pre-processing. Before feeding the data into our machines, we have to pre-process it to remove all kind of missing and disparate data, so that correct data goes into the system, and then only, because entire analysis has to be done on that data only. So if the correct data gets fed, the correct analysis takes place and we get the correct output. So the very first barrier in the field of artificial intelligence is missing and disparate data. Second is the complexity challenges. Developing an artificial intelligence machine, it is a complex task in itself. There are various complexity challenges. Suppose we are trying to build an intelligent machine. We want it to understand the human speech. We want it to understand, do the natural language processing. So, since people have different way of speaking, so there are various complexity challenges that these machines have to face. There are different types of data that the machines have to analyze. Different, whenever we write something, we have different emotions. As a human, people, all of us, we have different kind of emotion. The machine, it has to understand whenever something is being written. It can be a sarcasm also when it is being read, when it is being written. It is a, is it an actual compliment? So various complexity issues come into our way in the field of artificial development of these artificial intelligence system. Then we have another barrier here, that is the storage limitation. See, storage limitation, since we have now tons of data which is being rotating over the internet. So what all data has to be stored, what all data has to be discarded, so that we feed into the system the correct data. So for storing, for analyzing that data, we definitely have storage limitations. How can we store this tons and tons of data? This is another big challenge, or we can say another big barrier into this field of artificial intelligence. Then another field, that is cyber security. We have to do a lot of work into this field of artificial intelligence when we talk about the cyber security. Suppose a machine is being built, a robot is being built, any artificial intelligence is being built. So there is always an issue of cyber security, because the data, it is all over going through the internet, the conversations, the mails, everything is happening over the internet. So at that point of time, putting a lot of attention onto the cyber security issues, it is very much required. And these security issues, they obviously act as a barrier into the field of artificial intelligence. So the most important barrier into the field of artificial intelligence are the missing and the disparate data, the complexity challenges, the storage limitations, and the cyber security issues. Talking about the advantages and the disadvantages of artificial intelligence. First of all, let us discuss the advantages of artificial intelligence. First of all, artificial intelligence, it defines a more powerful and more useful computer. Obviously, the things that are being built using these artificial intelligence, the machines that are being built, they are going to be more powerful and more useful for us, for the humans only. So this artificial intelligence, it has the advantage of development of these useful computers for the easy usage of our people, for making our life easier. Second, it introduces a new and improved interface for the human interaction. The human interaction using these artificial intelligence machine, it becomes easy. Thirdly, it introduces a new technique to solve the new problems. If we are solving new problems every day, as a human we face different kind of problems. So these artificial intelligence systems, they are developing, they're introducing new techniques to solve these new problems. Next, these artificial intelligence system, they handle the information better than the human. We human, we tend to make some mistake, we tend to forget something, but when something is being fed into the memory of these intelligent system, it remains intact there until there is some technical issue. So it, in a way, these artificial intelligent machine, they handle the information better than human. They are able to deliver the correct output, to deliver the right things to the human. So these are few of the advantages of these artificial intelligence system. Now talking about few of the disadvantages. First of all, the implementation cost of AI is very high. Developing these intelligent machine, the development cost, the implementation cost, that is very high, because we can say that these machines, they look very simple to us. Like if we say we have Alexa, it looks very simple to us. If we have we can see a simple robot, looks very simple for us, but it requires lot of things, lot of we can say we have an entire framework of algorithm, modules, function, natural language processing, various fields running behind it. So the implementation cost of these AI, it becomes very high. Secondly, the difficulties with the software development for the AI implementation are that the development of the software, it is slow and expensive. The development of those software for the AI machine, it is slow and expensive too, because whenever we are trying to build such kind of software, lot of data pre-processing is required, lot of concern on various functions, that how do they function, how would they work, how the modules will be accumulated together. So there are various things which are involved in this process. So obviously the development process, it becomes slow and becomes expensive. Now we have seen an important thing in the field of artificial intelligence, that is a robot. A robot, it is one of the implementation of artificial intelligence, but it is replacing the jobs of human, and it is leading to unemployment. So it is another disadvantage of our artificial intelligence system. They are in a way at few places doing working as they are working as an enemy for the people, involving more of unemployment into various fields. The tasks that were earlier used to be done by the human, but now they are being done by the machine, the artificial intelligence machine. So that is why it is leading to unemployment. So these are few of the disadvantages in the field of artificial intelligence. Now, talking about the case studies. If we say about the case studies of this artificial intelligence, the very first thing that comes into our mind today is Netflix, Google, and the robots. Very first thing here we are going to talk about is Netflix. Netflix, it employs the artificial intelligence and the machine learning to determine which visuals are likely to captivate each viewer. See, whenever you watch some series on Netflix, what happens? If suppose you have watched the series which was an action series, so next time what happens? You will be, as a viewer, shown with various recommended movies, which will be the action movies. Suppose you have watched a comedy movie, so as a viewer you will be shown recommended movies, in the list of recommended movies all the comedy movies of. Or if you have liked a particular actor and you have been constantly watching the movies of a particular actor, you will be next time recommended with those things also, because there is a whole set of recommendation engine which is working behind these applications like Netflix, like Amazon Prime Video. Behind these various artificial intelligence technique and machine learning techniques, they are taking place, which are all the time analyzing the data. Suppose you watch a series on Netflix, you are later on asked to give your feedback, that whether you like the movie or you did not like the movie, or the movie was okay. Some feedback is required. Whenever you click on that, so that will serve as a data for these artificial intelligence engine that is running behind this application, and that data, it will be fed into the memory, and next time you will be shown with recommendation according to that. So this Netflix, it employs the artificial intelligence and the machine learning to determine which visuals they are more likely to captivate each viewer, to capture more market, so that if suppose you are being recommended with the movies of your choice, obviously you're going to stick to that particular platform, and you are going to watch series on that particular platform if you're liking the recommendation, or if you're liking the movies on that. So there, this AI and ML, it plays a major role in understanding the interest of the viewers. Second, if we talk about Google, it relies on artificial intelligence a lot to improve its search engine. In a very recent blog post, the company Google, it detailed how artificial intelligence improvements to its search system means that they are constantly getting better at understanding what you are looking for. Behind this Google search engine, all of us be using every day for our basic things, for understanding basic things. So this Google, it also relies on this artificial intelligence to improve its search engine. Behind the search engine of this Google, various artificial intelligence techniques they are being taking place, which is helping it understand more that what a person is looking for and providing it with the correct result. So behind this Google also, these artificial intelligence machine they are taking place. Now talking about Sophia. Sophia is the world's first robot citizen and the first robot innovation ambassador of the United Nations Development Program. Sophia, it has been embedded with neural network and artificial intelligence to recognize the human faces and to understand their gesture and emotion. This robot, Sophia, it understands the gesture and the emotion of the people. It recognizes the human faces, and all this, how it gets done? It gets done with the help of these neural networks. It gets done with the help of artificial intelligence techniques. So Sophia, she can also interact with different people and also respond appropriately. And how does this all happen? It all happens with the help of artificial intelligence technique. It all happens with the help of artificial neural network that is working behind this robot. This neural network, which is running behind, what does it do? It helps us, like we human, we have neurons into our brain. They function for us, under, help us understand whatever is happening all around us. In the very similar way, we have this artificial neural network in the brain of Sophia, which is a robot. And this neural network, there are various layers into the neural network: input layer, the processing layers, few hidden layers are there, and the output layer. It will receive whatever is required using the input unit, and it will process the data and deliver or respond appropriately according to what is being processed. So Sophia, it is another important thing in the field of artificial intelligence. So with this, we conclude with our very first unit, that is Introduction to AI Framework. So in this unit, till now we have understood what is artificial intelligence, what are the advantages and disadvantages in the field of artificial intelligence, what is machine learning. We have also talked about various case studies in this field of artificial intelligence. So with this unit is concluded here.